Look at this quaint little place behind me. I'm in the town of Maitland, and behind me, well, I guess in front of me since I'm walking, will be behind me in a minute, is the Bay of Fundy. And the tide is low, and I wanted to just kind of talk about this because a lot of times the tides are low. Isn't that glorious? A lot of times we feel empty inside. Our water has run dry. We feel empty. And what we need is we need to fill up again. And we need to feel full. And I want to let you know that sometimes we do, and sometimes we do feel empty, and we do feel dry, and sometimes we feel like we can't get off the couch, and sometimes we feel like there's no going forward. But just remember, just like the Bay of Fundy, it's okay for us to run dry, and it's okay for us to be empty, because it'll fill. We will fill. Tomorrow's another day. The tide will come in. The sun will come up. And we have to give ourselves that. We have to let ourselves empty out every once in a while to fill ourselves back up again. We can't be full all the time. If we're full all the time, then we'll just overflow, right? If we're empty all the time, then we'll just drain. But if we rise and fall, if we fill and empty and fill again, then just like the Bay of Fundy, which will continue to empty and fill and release and let go and fill up again, then we will feel that Mother Nature of energy in us. I don't know, does that make sense? I was looking at this today, and I was sitting here the other day with my friend, and we were having lunch, and I was thinking, oh wow, you know, the eagles were out here, and I tried to take some pictures, but the camera didn't work very well, but watching the eagles soar, and the eagles were coming in on the fish that were left behind. So there is still food. It was still plentiful, even though it was empty. So that's what we are. When we're empty, we're just waiting for a recharge. We're just waiting for that time where our bodies will feel energized again. So during our times of emptiness, we just have to wait. We have to wait for the tide to come back in and fill us up again. Nature won't let us stay empty forever. Nature won't let the Bay of Fundy stay empty forever. It will fill again, just like nature won't let the Bay of Fundy overflow. So, isn't that spectacular? Enjoy this. Enjoy the time you have, and like I said in our other videos, it's the dark times that make us appreciate the bright times, and it's the bright times that make us reflect on the dark times, knowing that we'll be okay. And the Bay of Fundy is glorious, and it's awfully quiet. I looked at it earlier today, and I didn't get to take a picture because we drove over it, and it was rushing, and it was fast, and it was angry. And now it's so peaceful and serene. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna reflect. So I want you to do that too today, okay? It's not really empty. It's still full of life. So take your time and enjoy your life, and enjoy the quiet times, because sometimes being full is just maybe a little too much, isn't it? Sometimes being empty is not really empty at all. It's still full of life. It's just quieter. And we really need to enjoy the quiet, don't we? My neighbor said to me the other day, "When is your house quiet?" I said, "My house is never quiet. There's always music playing. There's always somebody coming in the door. There's always neighbors coming over. There's always something going on." She says, "When do you ever have a chance to sit there by yourself and just enjoy the silence?" And I said, I don't let myself, because I don't like being alone. So today, I'm gonna sit here alone by myself and enjoy myself. And you know what? I kind of like myself. I love myself. She's kind of cool. And I know as you're watching this, you think she's kind of cool too. Of course you do, because you love me. And I love me too. And I love you too. I love you very much. You're not alone, neither am I. So I'm going to reflect, and I'm going to enjoy my time with me, because I love me.